Okay, so these are the Maxtraxx Extreme, and this is just some information on before you buy. And the things I'm trying to cover is dealing with the company directly, Maxtraxx, not a third party, and know your setup before you even consider buying them, especially if you've got other ones different from the Extreme, like the standard ones, and your roof rack and things like that, because I will try and tell my story real quick and put as much information in, but they're the main points I want to cover. And when I brought these, I brought them as a bundle kit. These are the Maxtraxx Extreme, and I got the mounts, obviously the bolts, and I got a little orange key ring, and yeah, so obviously the Extreme bundle package is what you see is what you get. Yeah, I brought the lock separately, the cable lock, and they also come with an orange padlock. That's right, that's another thing they come with. But they don't come with that cable lock. So it's the mounts, the mounting kit, mounting plates, the bolts, the Maxtraxx Extreme, and a key ring padlock. So that was a Black Friday sale. I think it was about 500 and something, 599. Quite a good deal. The only thing is, I've already got the orange ones. I brought them before these coloured ones come out. I've never had them on the roof before because, you know, there's that stick about people having orange or big bright Maxtraxx on their roof. You know, my girlfriend's son didn't even want to get in the car if I had them on the roof, so I never had a reason to put them on the roof. Then I decided with the bundle one, that was a good idea. But the only problem is you can't put the standard or original Maxtraxx on the Extreme ones. So on Instagram and on Facebook, I asked in the messages, told them what I want to do. I want to buy the bundle kit, but I want to be able to change the universal mounts for, sorry, the standard Extreme mounts that come with the bundle kit for universal ones. Now, if you get the universal ones, you can put the Extremes on the bottom and you can put the MK2s, whatever they are, on the top, but that's the only way you can do it. But for me, it would defeat the purpose because then I would have the bright orange ones on the top anyway. Now, I didn't choose the colour, which was silly of me, but they sent out the right colour. They've sent out the brown ones. They look like faded orange ones from a distance, but they're so much better than having the bright orange ones. And I was just going to put the orange ones on the top whenever I went to the actual beach. So these stay on permanently. Now, the problem was, they told me to send them an email, and I did. So I sent a couple of emails, no response. Then I ended up ringing their number a few times, and I got hold of this guy, and I can't remember his name, but he told me, yep, just what you do is send us, when you do the order them and put that you want the universal ones instead. And I thought, good, great deal. So I did that. I just had a feeling they wouldn't do it. They'd send the standard MK Extreme ones. And they sent them. Like I said, Maxtraxx Direct. A week later, I got a message from a courier saying they were undeliverable. And I'm like, what? So I'm trying to chase up the courier company. It took me about a week to get a hold of someone, and obviously there's some anxiety around that. And when I did get hold of them, the whole time they've had my number. They could have called me and just said, look, we can't deliver them for some bloody reason, and you can come pick them up from the courier. I mean, yeah, from the airport. So I drove over there after work, through traffic, 30 Ks. I paid for a courier service, and, you know, whatever it is, 40 bucks, and ended up having to pay whatever fuel to drive over there through traffic. So I ended up getting them, took my whole afternoon, brought them back, was quite happy, opened the box. The invoice had that I had asked for the universal ones on there, and of course they had just put the standard ones in for the Extreme. So I sent them a bunch of emails, stuff like that, tried ringing that number, couldn't get hold of them, to let them know I want to swap them out. And so my point is, know exactly what you want, and if you're going to deal with the company direct, I don't know if it's worth it sometimes, just buying it all individually from the shop. The next problem I had, which if they had to swap these over for me like I asked them to, I would have been happy, but the problem is I can't, my roof racks are 8mm. Sorry, 6mm bolt pattern. So I'll show you the roof. Mine actually takes 6mm bolts. These come with 8mm mounting bolts to put them on. So if you haven't checked what size roof rack you got, see the little ones over there? And they're a pain in the ass. I've just tried buying the bolts off eBay. They don't work because either the heads are too small or too big. But lucky it came with eyes on it, eye hooks on it that had the bolts, so I could use my own bolts that I already had. And just be careful of that, because I've got the whole mounting bolts, the different bolting stuff and that come with them for different types of roof racks, but it only fits for 8mm. So mine's 6mm, so mine are rendered useless, and that's one thing that put me off buying the whole kit, because even if I got the universal stuff, I don't have the mounting bolts. Are just extra money for nothing for me. And you can't buy them individually. You can't buy any 6mm bolt kits on their own, and you can't just buy the mounts without the bolts and the mounting plates and all that. So I did email them about that, saying, can you do a deal where I don't have to pay for the bolts and that? So anyway, I can use the bolts on another roof rack if I get another car. So, but yeah, that's the main thing. Just make sure, if you're going to do what I did and trying to get them to custom make your kit, don't waste your time. And don't buy the orange ones. Buy the MK2s. You pay more for them, but you'll always be able to sell them, and you'll always be able to, you know, you've got the best ones, and then you'll just be able to put them all straight on top of each other. So yeah,